Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, especially those at the other side of the world. There is no time and space between us. There is only this present moment, and we are one. And diary entry number 925, February 7, 1937. Today I prayed more fervently than ever for the Holy Father, Pope Pius XI, and three priests that God would inspire them as to what He is asking of me. For the realization of this depends on them. Oh, how happy I am that the Holy Father's health is improving. Today, I heard him addressing the Eucharistic Congress, and I went there in spirit to receive the apostolic blessing. Mas maigting kong ipinananalangin ang Papa at 3 pang pari upang bigyan sila ng inspirasyon ng Diyos kaugnay sa hinihingi niya sa akin, sapagkat ang katuparan nito ay nakasalalay sa kanila. O anong saya ko na malamang bumubuti ang kalusugan ng mahal na Papa. Ngayon, napag-alaman ko na naroon siya sa Eucharistic Congress upang magbigay ng pahayag, at ang aking espiritu ay nagtungo doon upang tanggapin ang kanyang basbas apostoliko. Remember this entry, 925. Because in this entry, Faustina went to the Philippines in 1937, and this was during the International Eucharistic Congress. Ito yung sinasabi nila na one of the things they say about Faustina having been to the Philippines, favoring the Philippines, no, or that the Philippines is in the diary. So pag hinanap po kasi sa diary, wala naman na Philippines. You cannot find the country or the word Philippines in the diary. Kahit i-search mo, wala po siya, no? Pero sabi, Faustina was able to go to the Philippines. So paano nangyari yun? So it was on this day, February 7, 1937, that Faustina traveled through spirit or bilocated to the Philippines. She was in Poland. She was in Pradnik at that time, in the hospital in Pradnik, confined in the hospital when she went to the Philippines. Kaya nga sabi nila, no? Actually, si Chris Ayler, yung sinasabi niya, ang bansang Pilipinas daw ang pinili para sa propagation of the divine mercy. Unang-una, ang basis niya kasi dito malakas ang devotion of the divine to the divine mercy. In fact, yung pinaka-well-attended World Apostolic Congress on Mercy back in 2017 ay ginanap dito sa Pilipinas. Ito yung may pinakamaraming dumalo sa kasaysayan ng World Apostolic Congress on Mercy. Dito may pinakamalaking in attendance ang mga deboto. So I think umabot tayo ng mahigit 4,000. Method or yung paraan kung paano ginawa ito, parang isang pilgrimage, no? Every day, participants would go to different places in the Philippines, no? Sa Batangas, sa UST, sa Manila Cathedral, and then yun sa Bataan, no? Sa kung saan Many witnessed the dancing of the sun. Okay, so balik tayo din sa entry. Ang pinagdasal niya ni Faustina was for the health of the Holy Father, Pope Pius XI, to become better. And then another one pa, bali apat, no? The Holy Father and 3 priests. Ang isa, syempre, sa mga paring ito ay si Father Michael Saposco. Bakit niya ipinapagdasal ito? Sapagkat marami sa mga atas kay Faustina ay magaganap lamang sa pamamagitan ng tulong ng mga paring ito. Kung wala itong mga paring ito, all the instructions, all the request and the mission of Faustina would fail. Kinakailangan ng collaboration with these priests para magtagumpay ito. So kaya dito pa lang, kita na ni Faustina how she would be able to accomplish the mission. Nung una kasi, binigyan siya ng mission. The first mission, major mission, was to paint the image. Hindi niya alam paano gagawin. Because all the limitations were with her, no? Nasa kanya lahat ng limitasyon. Hindi siya marunong magpinta, wala siyang kakilalang pintor, second choir member na hindi pakikinggan, ordinary madre, no? All those limitations. So that it took her 3 years to paint the image. But actually, it was not Faustina who painted the image. It was Eugene Kazimierowski who was commissioned he was commissioned by Father Michael dahil itong si Eugene Kazimierowski ay kakilala ni Father Michael Saposco. So, with the help of Father Michael, na nakilala niya when she went to Vilnius, nung na-destino siya doon, nung na-assign siya to stay in the congregation in the house of the congregation of Our Lady of Mercy in Vilnius. It was there that Faustina met his spiritual director. So, that was why in 1934, natapos din, ano? It was painted from January to June of 1934. So, natapos din ang imahe after 3 years. That is why it is noon hindi pa, as I said, noon hindi pa niya alam paano niya i-execute ang mga plano ng Diyos. Pero this time, alam na niya that there would be people who would be helping her. And that is why it is very important for Faustina to pray for these priests, no? Kasi sila yung magiging yung makakatulong, makakaagapay ni Faustina sa pagganap, no? Or the execution of the plans and the plans of the Divine Mercy and the mission of Faustina. Itong mga panahon nga na ito, yung Eucharistic Congress and the Eucharistic Congress, I think it's the 3rd time, kaya nga IEC3 ang tawag yan, no? Kung di ako nagkakamali. The IEC, the International Eucharistic Congress, yung pinakahuling ginawa sa Pilipinas was the 3rd Congress, Eucharistic Congress, no? At mga kapatid, ang ating 5th Asian Apostolic Congress on Mercy would be held sa IEC3, International Eucharistic Congress 3, doon sa ginawang venue for the IEC. No? Not actually the 3rd IEC kasi ginagawa naman yan sa iba-ibang lugar sa buong mundo, no? But it was just the 3rd in the Philippines. So again, this would be held, the Asian Apostolic Congress on Mercy will be held in Cebu, Archdiocese of Cebu at IEC3. Kaya pag makikita na ba yung IEC3? So it stands for International Eucharistic Congress. At mahalaga yan kasi nga during the first Eucharistic Congress na ginawa sa Pilipinas, no? Not the first IEC in the world, but the first IEC held in the Philippines. So it was then that Faustina was able to visit the Philippines and it is where she got the apostolic blessing of the Pope. Yung halimbawa, yung mga monsignors, no? Yung mga nagiging monsignor, they get their apostolic blessing. At ang apostolic blessing ay ipinapataw or ibinibigay ng Papa. So that is very momentous kasi nga parang taking the vow, ginawa sa isang lugar, this time, taking the apostolic blessing, tapos virtual, no? Kumbaga, virtual kasi hindi siya face-to-face or katulad ngayon, nagiging posible yan because of the internet. No? Pero yung internet connectivity natin, ang diferensya nito, kailangan nating kumonekta sa World Wide Web, no? Pero ito, si Faustina, during bilocation, pag nag-teleport siya, iba ang tinatap niya. So, hindi kailangan ng internet para makapunta siya to places where she needs to go. Makikita natin na nagkakaroon talaga siya ng mastery doon sa one of the gifts. No? This is one of the graces that God gave Faustina, the ability to bilocate. And bilocation does not need, again, internet or connectivity through the internet. It needs a very developed spirituality. So yan, nakukuha sa pamamagitan ng mataas na antas ng spiritualidad. Otherwise, the soul cannot travel. The soul is very light, na napaka-gaan, kumbaga nito, no? The mass is negligible, almost negligible, no? Kailangan kasi talaga, para makalipad, no? Kailangan magaan lang. And so, the soul of Faustina was very light. It was already very light, napakagaan. Kaya nagagawa niya yan. Tayo, hindi magaan. Napaka-gross pa ng ating kaluluwa, the spiritual body. Ibig sabihin ng gross, marami pa kasi tayong mga sabit, marami pa tayong mga baggages that aren't or that have not yet been unloaded, hindi pa natin nalilet go. Marami pa tayong mga sins or kasalanan na hindi pa na-work out. So marami pa tayong negativities, maaaring malalang sakit, no? But all these things are making the soul heavier, no? Kaya hindi tayo makalipad, hindi tayo makapag-travel katulad ng nagagawa ni Faustina, traveling without the aid of an aircraft, no? Hindi kailangan ng aircraft for her to travel. At ang bilis. Kasi halimbawa, pumunta ka sa Pilipinas, or if you're from the Philippines and you go to Poland, you cannot go in Poland in an instant. No, pero si Faustina, she was able to go to the Philippines in an instant. No, she just had to connect to something. No? Only she knows the process. Because the soul is very light. No? Pag sinabing very light, again, look at the keyword, light. Liwanag. Magaan siya, The soul is very light, and the soul is full of light. Puno-puno ng liwanag ang kanyang kaluluwa. And in the past discussion, di ba, sinabi ko yung the speed of light. It's, I think, hindi ako nagkakamali uli, no? Sa ulo, it's 186 miles per second. So, ganun kabilis maglakbay ang kaluluwa ni Faustina, sapagkat ang kanyang kaluluwa ay punong-puno na ng liwanag. So again, yung sa atin, kung ba't hindi natin magawa yung bilocation teleporting na yan, no? Kasi yung kaluluwa natin, hindi pa tayo nakaka-achieve ng degree ng liwanag para magawa yung ginagawa ni Faustina. So, if you want to learn how to bilocate, simple. I mean, simple lang yung paraan, pero mahirap. Syempre, yung purification talaga, no? Yung wala ka talagang kautang-utang. All your sins have been paid. Bayad ang utang. At kung wala ka ng utang, kagaya ni Faustina, patuloy pa rin siyang nag-iipon sa pamamagitan ng sufferings. So ito, bayad na siya sa kanyang mga utang, the debt of the soul, yung mga kasalanan niya, bayad na no? But why does she still why did she still experience sufferings? Ito, yung mga sufferings niya, ano na lang siya, it is one way of depositing more merits or more credit sa virtual bank in heaven, the bank in heaven. So yung kanyang mga suffering, sacrifices, bagamat bayad na siya na bakit naghihirap pa rin siya, pinili niya yun. It was a choice for Faustina. Why? Because she can only help more souls be saved. She can only save souls. Saving souls would only be possible for her kapag nag-ano pa siya ng sufferings, nag-invoke pa siya ng sufferings kasi nga by herself, bagamat bayad na siya, yung liwanag ay para na lang sa kanyang kaluluwa. But if you still want to help more souls and to receive more grace, so yun. Prepare for the sufferings and offer your sufferings. Again, sufferings by itself is purificatory in nature. It is purifying us from all our past sins, no? Mga pagkakasala na nakalipas ng nakaraang panahon na kailangan nating pagbayaran. And once paid, okay na yung kaluluwa mo, pero if you still want more light to fill your soul, so kailangan mo pa ng ibang sufferings. And in this case, offering of the entire self, no? Pag-aalay na ng buong buhay.